What's going on, people? Man, oh man, I'm doing this video because I wanted to do this video. I wanted to do a couple of LeBron James videos. This man, he been on a roll with his mouth. You know what I mean? Even if you agree with what he been saying for the last 48 to more 72 hours, or you don't agree. This man just been on the roll, and he just played in the Drew leagues today. He put up 42. LeBron James as a basketball player, uh, I'm digging. I think he's my favorite basketball player, if you ask me. And I'm 42 years old. I grew up in the Jordan era, so I saw a bunch of that. But before we go any further, please like and subscribe to the channel. Unapologetic Manhood. We're gonna get into it. I want to talk about this this right here. This, like you see in the thumbnail, and you see on the title, LeBron James said he hates playing in Boston, and he called Boston racist. We're gonna go over the video. I actually did not see the video yet, but I've been hearing about this, this narrative, what have you. Being as though I kind of agree with him a little bit. What Boston, whatever I said, when the Nets used to play them, and they used to talk. The Nets, like early 2000s, used to play them with Jason Kidd and everybody and everything, and then what's his name, Kenyon Martin, and stuff they used to say, And then I've been living in the Boston area, most of my adult life, off and on, anyway. So that's the New England area. So let's get into this video, and we're gonna, I'm gonna tell you my opinions about the whole video too. I actually don't like this podcast they do, because just like I said, LeBron, I think he represents not just basketball, but he represents what I don't see. I don't want black men turning into, and supporting, again, this is my opinion. This is actually a fact, because if you look it up, this is what many different statistics and and many other factual situations will tell you that what LeBron represent, the Democrats, they don't like heterosexual black men, at all. They, and many, throughout the history, even when it was Dixiecrats, they told you from the internet, they told you then. But anyway, that's another story for another time. We're going to get into this video, so let's get it. Let's go.
Comes to success,
definitely culture first, and then if you can blend that with the talent and the right pieces, it literally is the gateway to being successful for a long period of time.
I agree.
I could go back to when I was drafted at 18 and made my debut with Cleveland. There wasn't any culture, and that's no knock on anybody that was there or whatever the case may be, but there was no culture. And I feel like it was my job as an 18-year-old to try to build the culture, which is kind of unfair, but it is what it is, to try to build the culture to make it seem like, or make it feel like it could be something special. But yeah, like you just said it, like the culture is the number one thing.
Fair or not fair, do you love that pressure at this point in your career of like win or bust? I don't care about scoring title, I don't care about anything, it's win or bust. Do you like that pressure?
Yeah, I'm obsessed with it, with win or bust. And what makes me have sleepless nights is when you don't have everyone that feels the same way on your club.
That's the culture you were talking about.
Like, it's times where I wish I was like a tennis player or a golfer, where it was literally like, look in the mirror, motherfucker, it's you versus you.
Have you seen players like transition in terms of like not have that mindset, and then actually halfway through the season or halfway through the time that you've been there, grow that mindset of like win or bust? Or
yeah, you can
think and you judge someone too early, essentially. Or
well, you can have guys that come from different clubs and different teams, and they've played losing basketball for years. Like, literally, I don't give a fuck who's on that club. You can have Jordan, you can have Shaq, Allen Iverson, and Jesus Christ could be their coach. They're gonna lose. They're gonna lose. It's like literally the culture. but you can get a player from a losing culture, and you can see literally in the first couple weeks if they really like want it or they don't. You can sense it.
I agree with that.
That's also a great question for you because
you see, guys, I agree with LeBron when it comes to the basketball situation. I agree with him 100%. It's just this fake woke shit that's get me. But let's keep it going.
Because I read something where you've said you've read a script that wasn't great, but like, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah, because I know a lot of time I'm looking at.
I'm going to try to rewind it to get to
if the director feels confident about what it is, and then going there, and then you just hope for the best, essentially.
Honestly, as an artist, I think that's really all you have is your taste and your sense of what's right and wrong, you know, and you have to just lean into it. And, you know, in the end, you're on an island. And quickly,
sorry about that,
but I may look at something that you have or that LeBron has and say 5 years later, I think to myself, huh.
Rashid, you better not touch my shit. You come to my house.
Be in your house, guy. Hey,
I come out the bathroom. He's like, "Oh, shit, what the fuck you doing in my face?"
I'm happy with everything. I never let anything out of the studio that I didn't feel incredibly confident about when it left.
With the brush or with the paint where you go, it's done.
There's a point where when I'm finished.
You know it's done.
Where I'm comfortable with
just
it.
like I told you, this is my first time seeing the video.
You know, the thing is,
I'm just trying to cut to the chase.
When do you know you're in the zone while you're in it? Like at what point?
I mean, I think I started the game like 8 for 8.
You don't know.
And every time I was shooting, it just felt so perfect, and it was barely touching the net, like going straight through like a bird, just go straight through the water.
Can you see the other teams start to get defeated? Like, damn, there's nothing we can do with these guys.
Yeah, because I feel like when someone's watching you, they know when we call it lost in the game. When my brother's watching me play, he knows when I'm lost in because he's watched me play all the time growing up. So like I used to get lost in the game when I was a kid, but I would never. Before I even knew what that saying was, I was doing it like it's a different kind of focus, and when you're doing it, you can't put a finger on it. But if I'm watching it, I can.
It's like one study that hasn't been tapped into. How can we tap in to the zone?
I don't know if you can.
You can't. I don't think it's the one thing that's never. You can't. You can't.
Yeah, I had one coach.
This ain't. I'm a build it to LeBron, you know, and the Celtics fans and stuff like that. But I want to talk about the zone and stuff like that. When I've been coaching 20 years and everything, you know, I'm more of a teacher and of the X's and O's, and I'm also more of a preacher as well. I try to, and I'm working more and more to be, you know, to a point that I'm way more of that, because I believe the kids today need that. They need to see that. They need to hear that. They need to understand how hard it is to be in the zone. The zone is a situation where you really honestly need to focus in on your craft year round. No matter if you play basketball or if you're a writer, you need to focus in on your craft. You're not going to just be a certain ball player, what have you, or a great writer if you don't practice. You know, practice is, you know, makes perfect, like the saying goes. And I believe that 100%. But let's keep it going.
And he used to say, put yourself in
The other team, like, fuck, we can't fuck with this guy.
It's like an atmosphere, like it's just in the stadium.
Once you have that, like, are you constantly chasing it? Is it something
it's a drug.
you're striving for?
Definitely a drug. You wish the night never ends. When the game ends, I'm literally like sad. Like I want to go again. I could literally go again. I could play a whole game right after the game ends.
Them kind of moments change you. Like it's like the zone or the loss in the game. It's like that moment. It's like one of the big reasons why I'm so picky, because I'll have an amazing moment.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to get there.
I have to touch that. Like, and then I look at scripts and like, I don't know.
Build you up, like that's
Is there in basketball, are there fans that you go play a way that they can literally take the game from you? You can feel like, damn, the fans is not gonna let us win this one tonight.
Yes, I mean,
What places?
Boston.
Boston, yeah.
Why do you hate Boston?
Because they racist as fuck. That's
they
why.
nasty.
They will say anything, and it's fine. I mean, fuck, it's my life. I mean, I've been dealing with it my whole life. I don't mind it. Like, I hear it.
First of all, he said, see, this is what I don't like about LeBron James. He fits the narrative of the neoliberal want to be woke, want to be pro-black, but will vote for people like Hillary Clinton, the same woman that's called black men predators. But, you know, again, people like to be angry on different things, being hypocrites. But Hillary Clinton is a Democrat, and most black people believe Democrats are their savior for some reason. I don't know. Just to say that they racist, and I went through. What did you went through, LeBron? You're not Russell. What is his name? I'm getting the Celtics. The Celtics Hall of Famer. Legend. You're not him. You're not Will Chamberlain. You're not these guys that really really have problems with racism. And I know you, and I'm a fan. I'm not a fan. I support LeBron James as a basketball player. Again, like I said at the beginning of the video, he's one of my favorite basketball. He's my favorite basketball player because the way he is, he can play any position. He plays hard. He makes teammates that shouldn't even be. That's not that good, so to speak, being as though they're NBA players, they got to be really good. But, from that level, not that good, he make them good. But this whole situation with him saying Boston racist, there's some situations with that. I believe certain Boston areas, they're known for being racist and stuff like that. But you, as a figurehead that he is, he called everybody else racist, but he never ever calls China racist or anything else. China is the most anti-black country in the world by far. And he never calls it out. He never calls the Democrats out on how they try to make heterosexual black men the reason why Black America is what it is, and it's only the heterosexual black man's fault. That's it. He never ever called the real shit out. He called whatever narrative that I believe his handlers, as in China and the Democratic Party, because I really believe LeBron James will try to run for president or something else one day. This is my opinion, because the way he acts, the way he will vouch for any Democrat. You guys say, what do you mean any Democrat? He just vouched for Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton is any Democrat to me. She's the most racist out of all. She's the reason why many people are dead. She's the reason why. She's one of the biggest reasons why. I don't want to. I'm a small YouTube channel, but what's going on in Haiti? Ask the Haiti brothers about Hillary, the Clintons. Ask the Haiti brothers, the Haitian brothers. I meant, and just for him to he think he's woke, and I mean, ever since this Colin beta male Kaepernick, he went full throttle, like trying to do this woke shit, thinking he's intelligent. He's intelligent on the basketball court. Yes, he is. He's just intelligent on the basketball court, and he got the right handlers. This is why he's a billionaire now. So let's keep it going.
Like if I hear somebody like close by, I check them real quick. I move on to the game, whatever the fuck. They're gonna say whatever the fuck they want to say. They might throw something on you. I mean, I got a beer thrown on me leaving the game. You know, like
Boston's,
it's Boston.
it's the only place in the NBA in America you go and they have like shirts that say like "fuck LeBron."
Yeah,
like,
it was like
section.
It was like
just
a fuck LBJ t-shirt. I believe they probably sold it at the fucking team shop.
No, they sold it outside the arena.
No, they sold it at the team shop. I'm Celtics had something to do with that shit.
It's fun. So I like.
Look, emotional. He's smiling about that, but he emotional. See, this is why I really believe that, you know, strong. That's why you need to protect your seed. You cannot let just any woman or, you know, anybody raise your child. And if you're not ready to have a baby, don't protect your seed, man. Stop just giving into it. Get ready before you're ready, before you have one. And I did LeBron that said raised by a single motherism. This is the perfect situation why I feel as though that he's raised that single motherism, victimhood, beta male bullshit.
I used to like read like football autobiographies for fun. So I read Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Is that a team one of the older?
That's it. That's what is that like? Just LeBron. I had to make this video. I'm probably gonna make a second video on this, but this irks me because the fact of the matter is, LeBron do this shit on purpose to get views and stuff like that, and whatever his handlers tell him to do. And this is why people think I don't like LeBron. No, I love him as a basketball player. But the man, all he do is promote victimhood. That's it, man. That's all he do. His many situations in 2022, but I go all the way back to 2016. This is crazy. And people think this, yeah, then they want us to normalize these feminine-minded as these have the mind of a female as dudes. Like when people tell me what about LeBron, I can't. When people want me to argue about LeBron being better than Michael Jordan and stuff like that, you know what I mean? I'm not going to argue, but I'm going to tell them I think LeBron is my favorite basketball player, as I said a couple times on this video. But other than that, LeBron is just he is what's wrong with black America and black masculinity, quote unquote. Anyway, guys, hope you liked the video. Please like and subscribe to Unapologetic Manhood. And I'm going to hit you up. Like and subscribe this video, guys. And again, I want to thank the new subscribers for liking, for subscribing to the content, my YouTube. Keep on going, man. My platform. Keep on doing this. I'm going to keep on hitting y'all with more content. Just wait, and you will see I'm going to entertain you as best as I possibly can. Peace.